to the Valley Center Playhouse.
Late? Who knows when they'll arrive this storm brewing? Oh, the best laid plans of mice and men. Hey, Igor! Good heavens! Must you continually sneak up on me while I'm talking to myself? It's terribly unsettling. I told you to wait downstairs in the dungeon until I called for you.
I am sorry, Dr. Frankenstein, but I must speak with you. The monster is getting very restless. Last time he was like this, he broke his chain and tore the door off his hinges. I cannot control him much longer.
I'm doing the best I can, Igor. I was a bird of a reputation. Grandfather, why did I have to find his laboratory notes and bust his hideous career? Look at my face, Igor. Not so close. Once I was young and happy. Now I'm just lined with weary wrinkles and gray hairs.
Oh, your grandfather, Frankenstein, was a great man. How often my grandfather described their work together, out at night, cutting criminals from scaffolds and digging up graves, and then cutting and sewing, in the muck and the mire, looking for just the right part. Yuck! I am so glad I was not there.
Yes, I know all the stories too. My grandfather created a monster out of men. An indestructible creature at the strength of 100 men. The only problem was the monster's brain. Thanks to your grandfather.
But Grandfather Igor cannot be blamed. He could not read. How was he supposed to know that the brain he stole from the university laboratory was the brain of a nincompoop?
He should have been able to recognize a nincompoop.
Oh,
perfect.
What a beautiful night. It was on just such a night that the creature was born. The lightning was its mother and gave him the strength of 100 men. Oh, how proud our grandfathers were.
Enough reminiscing, Igor. We have plenty of problems of our own trying to correct the mistakes of the past. We no longer have to operate to change the monster's brain. Using this rare 4-by crystal, the machine spins the brain into a billion particles, sends it through the air, and then reassembles it in a new cranium.
Oh, that is wonderful, Master. But when do we start?
As soon as we can find a good brain for the monster. And I believe...
I know where there's a wonderful brain.
You do where?
In here.
No.
But it is a perfectly good brain. It has never been used.
Igor, there are brains, and then there are brains. I won't discuss history there any further.
Yes, Master.
Now, hopefully the right brain will arrive this evening. The electricity from the storm we shall have added enough energy to make a perfect transfer. And I've advertised this castle as a hotel, with all the travel agencies from Los Angeles to Berlin. And I'd expected a large supply of brains. But so far, only one group has made a reservation. They will be here this evening. With everything in readiness, I must use one of these brains tonight. I suppose I could change that one later if I don't like the results. Oh, yes, Igor, I almost forgot. You must not call me Dr. Frankenstein tonight. I am Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer III. You understand?
Yes, Doctor. Baron. Yes, Baron. Beg your pardon, though. We have no servants here. How are we supposed to run a hotel without maids, bellhops, or cooks?
Simple. You will do it.
Me?
Now,
but I do everything here. I cook
Igor, you don't understand. If one of our guests is chosen for the honor of the brain transfer, well, then you will be in a perfect position to plant the crystal on him. You know I've not yet learned how to focus the rays of the machine. I've already placed one crystal on the creature, and this crystal must be placed on the body of our victim, subject, whose brain is to be transferred. I cannot succeed if you do not help me, Igor. Don't desert me in my hour of need. I shall be lost without you.
Oh, there, Master. I will not desert you. How could you say such a thing about a kind, loyal, hardworking, and lovable Igor?
Excellent, Igor. Okay, very well. Go get the rooms ready. Our guests will be arriving shortly. A family of American tourists. Scoot, let's go. Quickly, Igor, mix another sedative. Oh, we must not have him frightening our guests. In music and whiskey tonight. You know, perhaps we should be grateful he hid in the brewery last time he escaped. He's so much easier to sedate now. But make sure his chains are secure.
Yes,
His transfer may be more violent than I calculated. I don't want him running around the countryside mauling the villagers. Quickly! Quiet! Grandfather! Grandfather! Can you hear your creature moaning for relief? I, Baron Henry von Frankenstein III, shall correct your mistakes. I shall perfect your creation and end the failures of the past. I will remove the curse of the Frankensteins.
it is ready, Master.
Perfect, Igor. Make no delay. Get him quiet as soon as you can. And make sure this chains is secure. He's gaining in strength every day. And then make our guest rooms ready with a nice, toasty, warm fire.
Yes, Master.
Hurry every chance you get, please. Now, if the storm will hold until they arrive.
Henry, darling. You look surprised to see me.
Natasha, Natasha!
Oh, so you have not forgotten me, darling. It is so nice to see you again. The Carpathian Mountains are so lonely and quiet. Come over, Liam. Ah! Do not be silly, darling. Put that thing away. I am taking treatment at the Van Helsing Clinic in Budapest. I drink only cranberry juice now. But I must admit, I still have a desire for adventure, excitement, and romance. But what is this? Make reservations for 5. Stop. Juliet Tiverducker and family. Stop. Arriving October 28th. Stop. The Mora Travel Agency, Orem, Utah, USA. But darling, what does this mean? What is Juliet Tiverducker and family?
Well, Natasha, I decided to go out of the monster business and turn my castle into a vacation paradise.
Wonderful, darling. All this old place needs is some new blood. It is just an expression, darling.
Natasha, what are you doing here? I thought I made it very clear the last time I saw you. I wanted nothing to do with you. Or that husband of yours. By the way, where's Batman?
I am leaving Vlad again. I am tired of him flying around night after night after some new young thing. He has made the fool of me for the last time.
Well, maybe if you settle down, he will too. Natasha, you always go back to him anyway, so why leave him in the first place? You two are made for each other. Well, not by me. You leaving him is simply ridiculous. You know that.
It is not ridiculous. I am tired of sitting at home, waiting for him to drop me a morsel of attention. I will not be the bat in his belfry My trunk will be arriving shortly. This is a new one I got in Egypt last summer. Simply beautiful.
Natasha, what about my guests?
Henry! Darling, I do not like to be pushy, but I do not like to be refused anything. You escaped from me before, and I forgave you. If you do not give me a room, I will fly around and frighten your guests out of your hotel until there is only you and me left.
That's Batmail.
Do you still have that bumbly idiot with you?
Of course I do. And there's a good reason to remember you.
It was really harmless, Henry. I was only trying to torment Vlad with jealousy. You escaped me with your trickery, and Igor was available.
But Igor, how could Vlad suspect Igor?
I was desperate. I had to take what I could get. Vlad is so jealous he believes whatever he thinks he sees. But I assure you, if I do not stay, you and Igor will suffer more than any men have ever suffered.
All right. But promise me you won't mingle with my guests.
I promise. To think about it.
Mother! Mother!
Hello, my little pet. My, how you have not changed.
What is she doing here?
Natasha just flew in for a little visit. Nothing to worry about.
Because of you, I was beaten. The dogs were set upon me, and I was chased over half of Transylvania. I wore revenge.
Fuck! You beast! I warn you, Henry. Keep him in control, or next time I will not restrain myself. Now, beast, show me to my room. And when my trunk arrives, bring it up.
This happened to me. Welcome to Hotel Frankenmeyer. I hope your visit will be enjoyable. Now, please allow myself to introduce myself. I'm your host, Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer III.
Good to meet you. I'm Julius Woodknocker here, and Mrs. Woodknocker, and all the little Woodknockers. My card. Ha! Keep it. I have to do one more. Anyway, nice style you got around here. What is it? Early gargoyle? When do we eat? 2 fried eggs, 2 poached eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, and 2 medium boiled eggs. And of course some roast beef. Rare, medium, well done, and overdone. You have any stewed prunes?
Yes, I suppose so.
Give us some black coffee, that'll sober them up. Ha. Now, let me get one thing absolutely clear. I have a case of nerves and insomnia. I'm on this trip for rest and relaxation. I must have quiet. Quiet!
Pop Billy sitting upstairs. He got caught in the elevator. The Eiffel Tower in the elevator. He ran up and down, 3 times before they let him off.
I haven't had a case of seasickness like that since Seabiscuit lost the 5th race at Hialeah.
That's very amusing, Mr. Woodknocker.
Not half as amusing as he thought it was.
Ah, yes. My bitter half. She has all the poise, modesty, and ill humor in this family.
Don't push it too far, Julius. This is not the place to discuss family histories. Remember your nerves.
My wife doesn't think that I'm funny. Hey, Junior.
Hey, Pop.
How much do you want to walk into an open manhole?
Just the cover charge.
Well, drop in sometime.
Sewer.
We cleaned that one up well. Ba-bum. Bah!
I don't understand.
Neither do I. But don't let it happen again.
Please, Julius, can't we take a trip or ever go out embarrass me. Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Oh, please call me Henry.
Let's not get too familiar here.
Henry, my husband, has been in vaudeville ever since he was young. Very young. Over the years, he has lost touch with what is reality and what is a play.
Huh. You see, with me, reality is a play and play is reality. Maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, the way I see it, it's one for all, then all for me. Me for you, then 3 for 5. And why is 6 for 7? Well, because 7 ain't 9.
You know, I must say, you do look very familiar.
Thank you.
My husband is not who you think he is.
Don't let her lie to you. I'm exactly who you think I am. I'm an imposter. I mean impersonator.
He's a continual source of embarrassment is what he is. But that doesn't stop him. His family is so embarrassed by him, and he just keeps doing it all the time.
Huh.
He blames it on nerves and insomnia. So, our doctor sent him here so that he could recover on this lovely trip. But he's actually been trying to drive me to a nervous breakdown for 20 years.
Huh. That's no drive. That's a short putt.
I'll apologize now for what might happen later.
Hello, room service. Yes. Ice water for room 318? Well, where'd you get it? Oh, you want some? Well, that's totally different. Do you have any ice? No, I don't have any ice. This is Coconut Beach, Florida. No snow, no ice. I have an idea. How about you cut some onions? That'll make your eyes water.
That's very nice, Mr. Woodknocker, but now there seems to be only 4 of you.
That's not too bad, Count. A little bit of practice, I bet you can count all the way to 10.
Julius, we've had enough comedy for one evening.
I mean, sir, the travel agency wired that there would be 5 of you.
Ah, yes. You're referring to Mrs. McGonagall. She's our 5th wheel and housekeeper. She's out in the car, refuses to come in. She says the place looks like something out of a monster picture. I have no idea why. Good old Mrs. McGonagall. She may look like an idiot. She may even sound like an idiot. But, like I said, don't let that fool you. She really is an idiot. Ruth, you want to go into the car and see if you can get her to come in so...
Oh, it was horrible, horrible, most horrible. I was sitting in the car and this horrible face beat through the side window. Ooh, it was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
She must have seen herself in the side view mirror.
I frightened it away.
It must have gone a good look at her.
My screaming frightened it away.
Well, Mr. Frankenmeyer, I rest on my case. Mrs. McGonagall, the resemblance between her and actual human beings is purely coincidental.
Julius, I'm warning you. Now, Mrs. McGonagall, calm down. Whatever it was didn't hurt you. You just worked yourself into an anxious state of mind with that long drive up the mountainside, the appearance of this hotel, and the coming storm. You just need a good night's rest.
Oh, I'm not staying a night in this place. Why, I'd be too frightened to close my eyes. Who knows what might be lurking in the corners or under the bed?
I could say something here, but I won't.
Well, Mrs. McGonagall, I'm sure you'll feel differently when you have refreshed yourself.
Yeah, speaking about that, Mr. Frankenheimer,
Frankenmeyer.
whatever, Frankenberger, these rooms, how much are they gonna cost?
How much? I haven't thought about that. Would $20 be too much?
$20 for this rundown dump? That's outrageous. It's highway robbery. Everyone, got your bags. We're leaving. Come on.
Now you're talking.
It is too late to find another hotel. If you want to find a place, the morning's fine. But I'm staying here tonight. We are not budging.
Well,
Please, sir, you cannot leave tonight. The road is very dangerous in the dark. And especially with this storm coming in, we can make an arrangement, which I'm sure will be agreeable to all of us in the morning.
well, just...
This is not the first time he did this. Most people expect to spend money when they travel, not him. When we went to Paris, he stormed out of our reserved hotel, and we had to carry our bags down for
principal of the thing.
Well, I'm principal out.
I'm tired. Miriam's tired, and Junior's run off somewhere.
Oh, all right. We'll stay. I want it quiet!
Thank you, Julius. Where is Junior?
Junior!
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 I'm here, Mom. Hey, Pop, this place was swell. It would be a peachy place for a murder.
Junior!
Well, it would.
I'll tell you what, I will have you shown your rooms. I will then prepare you something to eat, while you all must be very famished after your long journey.
Whoa!
That's the face.
Get out from there or Mrs. McGonagall will break every bone in your body.
Don't do it, Pop.
Oh, wait, stop. This harmless creature is our bellboy. Come out, Igor. He's as harmless as a puppy dog. Igor, these are our guests. Will you please take their baggage to their rooms?
Oh, what's that?
Mice.
Mice!
That sounded too big for a mouse.
Well, their sounds echo through the lower halls. But there's nothing to worry about. They always stay below in the old dungeons.
Dungeons? Oh, boy. Can I go see him, Pop?
No.
They're locked and sealed shut. No one has been in them for years and years.
Hey, mister, does this like that any secret passage going from room to room?
I don't think so.
That's enough, Junior. You can do your exploring later.
Gotcha, Pop.
Now, Igor will show you to your rooms.
Be careful with those. It has all my costumes in them. Without my costumes, I had to play Lady Godiva. Believe me, I don't have the equipment.
Walk this way.
Well, he said, Ruth. I didn't.
Don't even think of it.
It's not a suitable bring among them. Must make two. There's no time to get another. Perfect. With all this electricity, my machine should be ready by 11 o'clock. I'll give the crystal to Igor, and then he will place it on... Which one? The boy. Oh, too hyper. Mrs. McGonagall. Thought of a monster running around screaming, giving me shudders. Not Mrs. Woodknocker, the girl. There's only one choice. Mr. Woodknocker. He does seem intelligent. And if my experiment works, I can just retrain him as I want him. Perfect. Once the crystal's planted, we'll sedate him. And at 11 o'clock, my monster will have a new brain. Oh, the thrill of it all. Eagle, get down. Answer the door. Whoever it is, get rid of him. And then keep an eye on our guests. We must not lose any of them. I must recheck the instruments.
Yes, master. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. will get my revenge. When someone wants me to get something, I won't get it. Better still, if I could get my brain transferred into the body of a monster, I'd be the most powerful man alive. Yes, when Dr. Frankenstein gives me that crystal, I'll just keep it for myself. And I will be the master around here.
Hello, Mr. Igor. What are you doing?
Fetch and carry.
That looks like a mummy case. Who does it belong to?
A guest.
I wonder if there's anything in it. Can I see?
No! Don't touch it. I'll get into trouble. And I don't need any more trouble. I have to get the door. Don't touch the box. Don't touch the box. Don't touch the box.
Nothing but a little dirt. Oh well, this place is possibilities. Now if I were a secret passageway, where would I be? Here? No. Here? No. Oh, the fireplace! There's always something in a fireplace. There you are, little devil.
But I must see him. It's very important. A matter of life and death.
The doctor is working on his new experiment. He must not be disturbed.
But he must be disturbed. I won't leave until I see him. I've only got one night left. Tomorrow's the full moon.
The full moon?
Yes, the full moon.
You mean the full moon?
That's what I said. I'm tired of repeating myself. I am Sir Lawrence Talbot the Third. So you've heard of me.
Yes, but never did I think we would meet.
I'm not a bad one. I've got feelings, needs, wants, desires. But when the full moon rises above the mountain, I turn into a savage beast with teeth and fangs and a thirst for blood. Now, get the doctor.
The full moon. Full moon. Don't touch the box.
Excuse me, I'm recognized. Oh,
That's
I'm
quite
sorry.
all right, miss.
Oh, I'm Mary Woodknocker. Are you a guest here too?
A guest? Yes, I suppose I am.
Well, I know this is gonna sound forward, but do you by any chance play tennis?
Tennis?
Well, I was just gonna ask Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts are, so I can practice in the morning. If you played, we could play doubles with my father and brother. They're quite good, though. They won the doubles trophy at the country club last summer. Father plays terrible golf, and since he paid all that money, tennis seemed the only alternative. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dominate the conversation. I just get tired of talking to no one but my family all day.
Not at all. Your conversation was delightful, really.
Thank you. Well, I'm afraid it's true. I haven't talked to anyone since I've been on this trip. I don't speak French or German.
Well, I speak English like a native. I've lived in England for many years.
I love England. Well, it's history and all. I'd like to go to London someday. We didn't go there this time because Father was there on tour in a play with Mother shortly after they were married.
Well, your father's an actor.
Yes, he's a comedian. You know, at home he's quite ordinary, fun, but not too much different from most fathers. When he goes out in the public, he turns into the most outrageous characters. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know very well.
When will this torment end?
You're right, Mr. Talbot. It's only a storm.
Yes, it is. Only a storm.
Well, anyway, Mother used to be a dancer with Father's play company, but he made her retire. I think she resented it a little and still does. Father isn't feeling well, nerves and insomnia, so his doctor suggested a cruise. But he hasn't felt much better. He gets seasick at the mention of a ship. And the ship we were on sat so high in the water that it rocked from side to side while standing still in the dock.
That's very amusing.
Well, Father didn't think so.
You know,
I don't think I've laughed in years. Until this very moment.
Ah, Mr. Talbot, I believe.
Yes, and you must
Mr.
be-
Frankenheimer, Meyer, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Mr. Frankenmeyer?
Yes.
I see.
Meyer.
I must speak with you, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Sure.
Don't let me disturb you. It's
Thank
very
you.
nice to meet you, Mr. Talbot. You're so interesting to talk to. And Mr. Frankenmeyer, where are your tennis courts?
Tennis court? I'll have Igor string some netting up tomorrow morning in the garden for you.
Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Talbot.
Larry. Please call me Larry. I would love to see you again. You make me forget my trouble.
But where am I going to get a net?
I don't know, Igor. Use her stockings.
Oh, no, how
Don't
can I-
argue with me, just do it. First get something for the Melvin.
Melvin?
You know, Melvin.
Oh, you mean Melvin.
Still playing with monsters, Dr. Frankenstein.
Don't call me doctor. It's any business what I'm doing. What do you want?
I'll take a drink first.
Igor, a drink for Mr. Talbot. Make one for me. I got a feeling this is going to be a long night. Now, what do you want, Talbot?
You obviously know who I am. Tomorrow's the full moon.
The full moon.
Yes, the full moon.
I can't go through another full moon like the last one. You don't know what it's like to live, month after month, year after year, knowing that when the moon changes, no matter where you are or what you are doing, you will change too. You must help me, Doctor. That girl. I don't dare think of being friendly or even liking her, or anyone for that matter, for fear I shall see the mark of my next victim lay in their hands. You must cure me.
Mr. Talbot, I'm afraid that's impossible. It would take months, perhaps years of study before I could even attempt a cure.
Then kill me. You would do the same for a mad dog.
All right, all right. I'll leave the dog.
Let's go on this way. Good dog.
Perhaps there's a way, Talbot. It may take time and perhaps trial and error, but there are possibilities. I'll start the bargain with you.
Yes, anything to be rid of the curse.
Once you agree, there's no turning back.
Agreed.
And let us drink to our partnership. To success, Talbot.
Freedom.
To Melvin.
All right, now listen very carefully, Mrs. Talbot. This is a rare 4x crystal, and it is the key to your little future happiness. But you must not make no mistakes.
Don't worry. I won't. What do I have to do?
I was going to give the crystal to Igor, but a man who is desperate will make sure nothing goes wrong. Now, we must get this crystal planted on the body of Mr. Woodknocker before he...
Mr. Woodknocker, isn't that...
Yes, yes, the girl's father. Now, it's a little strange, but... Okay, it's a lot strange. But he does seem intelligent. And if my experiment works, I can just retrain him as I want him. Now, this crystal focuses the rays of my brain transfer machine. It then spins the brain into a billion particles, sends it through the air, and reassembles it in a new cranium. That's perfect. However, it takes several hours to build up enough energy to make a perfect transfer. And I think my machine will be ready by 11 o'clock. You must have this crystal placed on the body of Mr. Woodknocker before 11 o'clock. If you are still in possession of this crystal at 11 o'clock, well, then your brain will be in the monster, and his brain will be in you. Now, think about that. The monster with the werewolf's brain. Huh. Don't make any mistakes. You only have an hour.
Let me get this straight. You're going to steal some poor man's brain?
What?
I can't...
Exactly.
I don't... I feel strange.
Albert?
No! The moon is until tomorrow.
Albert?
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker.
Dr. Frankenberger, it's good to see you
Hiya.
again. But it is no one's fault but mine own.
Doctor.
I am a doctor. Where's the horse? This is very interesting, Mr. Frankenheimer. Either you are dead, or my watch has stopped. But regardless, I have discovered the source of your problem. You are smoking far too much.
Get off me. It's not me. Mr. Talbot, he's fainted.
Let me be the judge of that. I am, after all, a doctor.
Wake up. Mr. Woodknocker,
You won't believe this, Mr. Frankenheimer, but the man has fainted. Book him for a long ocean cruise. Meanwhile, I will be out in the garden. If he recovers, do not blame me.
Wait, Mr. Woodknocker, you can't go out in the garden. It may start raining, and you'll get wet in the garden, and getting wet is not good for your brain. Health.
So I get bet. If the sun were out, I'd get sunstroke. I am incurable insomnia. The only cure for insomnia is vodka, and lots of gin to go with it. Anyway, I used to worry, but I couldn't sleep then either. So now, I think of other things. For instance, what do you get when you have a vampire who gets lost in a blizzard?
I don't know.
You get frostbite! I killed myself!
Man, you're crazy. That's a big mistake. What am I going to do, Talbot? I can't leave him what?
when I first met him, and this whole trip, and I don't even get to talk to him. Oh well, I suppose I'll see him in the morning. Maybe we'll skip tennis. And take a long stroll in the woods and sit under the trees and talk.
Oh dear, have you seen your father? I was just talking to him about his behavior, and when I turned around, he was gone.
No, I haven't seen him.
He's out wandering the hotel somewhere. I swear, he says it's insomnia. It's just an excuse to keep me up at night. No, I bet he's out bothering the hotel personnel or the other guests. No, it's one thing to be crazy and make people laugh while you're on stage. But he continues his antics off stage, and it's just too much. Have you seen any other guests?
Well, there is one man I've seen.
Really?
A young man. He's very interesting looking.
When did you meet him?
When I was asking Mr. Frankenstein where the tennis courts are.
Well, did Mr. Frankenstein happen to mention where the bathrooms are? I've only a pitcher of water and a bowl in my room.
Oh, no.
Search the halls upstairs. I'm going to see if I can find one down here now. Don't stay here too late, honey. The lights are dim and dark and late. The accommodations in these old European hotels are so horrible.
Well, Mother, before you leave, can I ask you a question?
Oh, yes, dear, what is it?
Well, did you love Father when you married him?
Oh, of course I did, Miriam. I loved him very much, and I still do now. Do you think that I don't?
Well, I know you do. It's just I wonder sometimes, the way you're always scolding him, and he seems to do everything he can to aggravate you.
Well, I guess we do it so much now we don't even notice it. I don't even know how it started. Your father has given me some very wonderful times, you know. Did I tell you that I was dating his brother first when I met him? Yes, we were in vaudeville shows together, and I was one of his dancers. The day that he hired me to be his partner, that's when I met your father.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, it certainly was a whirlwind romance. You know, suppose a girl can meet a man for the first time and know he's her Mr. Right. Just make sure that you know you're Mr. Right a little better than I did. That way there won't be so many surprises and shocks.
Mother, will you do me a favor and try to overlook a little of what Father does? He may not try so hard to aggravate you.
Well, I can't change overnight, dear, but I promise to think very hard about it. Now, get upstairs before it gets too chilly.
I won't stay down too long. We'll play tennis in the morning, have dinner tomorrow night, then we'll go dancing in the terracing moonlight.
Fetching Karen moves a body from this box to that box.
Well, hello, Mr. Igor. Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
No!
Well, if you can, will you tell him that Miss Woodknocker is looking forward to playing tennis in the morning?
I never have any fun. Nobody ever asked me to play tennis. But I will have lots of fun making life miserable for other people once my brain is in the monster's body. Yes. Now to find that crystal.
Ah, Countess, you have no idea what it means to find another insomniac prowling the halls at night. Searching for that quiet, that peace of mind, that final rest. That, of course, never comes until, of course, it's time to wake up.
Oh, darling, I know just how you feel. As soon as the sun goes down, my eyes are wide open.
I love the way you say darling. Darling. Darling.
Oh, darling.
What?
Oh! My trunk has just arrived.
Oh, really? You know, I knew an elephant once had a trunk like that. It wasn't big enough, so he told us to get a bigger one. The more I think about it, I think that's the trunk.
Isn't it beautiful? I got it in Egypt.
Oh, Egypt, you too, eh? Now, this reminds me of a story I knew once about this girl. She was fair, fat, and 40, but her bank account wasn't too shabby. She was like the Prince of Wales. Not the current Prince of Wales, but the old one. When I say Wales, I mean Wales. Woo! I know a well when I see one.
Darling, you are so full of whimsy.
Oh, really? You see it from here? Normally, I only get this way after eating radishes.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, I never touch the stuff.
Well, I have a terrible craving for Bloody Mary.
Pop! I'm looking all over for you.
Well, I'm upstairs asleep. I'm not up there. I'm outside hiding underneath a cabbage leaf.
Aw, this is serious. There's a man in that mummy case.
What?
He's the Wolfman. And Mr. Frankenstein, like Dr. Frankenstein, and going to steal your brain with machines that uses the crystal.
Now that's just ridiculous, son. While you steal my brain, we can have it. The $32.50 including tax. Let me smell your breath. Woo! You, my boy, need to lay off the lemonade.
Pop, it's true. Look in the mummy case.
Oh, all right. I'll look in your mummy case. Whoa! Let's try that again. You didn't tell me it was a music box. Does it play anything else? How about Home Home on the Range?
Ooh, it was terrible. The wind blew my window open and I was carving it, and this lunch, but the man flew in. It was looking at me with beady eyes and an hideous grin on his face. Then it flew out again. Oh, I can't stand this horrible place.
Natasha, I told you.
You're not glad at me, Henry, darling. I've been down here talking with Mr. Woodknocker. But if it wasn't me, you know who it was.
What's the matter?
The bed, a huge bat flew into my room.
Oh, I thought it was Mother.
It might have been. Have you ever seen your mother without her makeup? Woo!
Well, where is Mother?
Oh, last time I saw her, she was arguing with a wall.
She went looking for the bathroom.
Where did she go?
Down that hall.
This hall's gonna be dangerous if you don't know where you're going.
Well, I'm not budging from this spot.
I need to call for Igor to look for her.
Ah!
Igor, what are you doing back there?
I was setting a trap for mice.
Oh, a far-fetched story. You've been waiting there to jump out at me, and don't tell me you were.
Quickly, Igor, we must find Mrs. Woodknocker before...
Now that's true!
She's all right, I promise.
What is that?
Mice?
Makes sense. Ruth's terrified of mice. Anyway.
No, please stay here. Igor and I will look for it. Well, you can't follow her. It's quite dangerous in the dark. We'll be back.
Oh, Father.
Oh, this is the worst thing you've ever done to us. I'm coming, Mrs. Woodknocker. Well, maybe I'll just wait here.
Pop, we've got to do something. He's still in the mummy case.
Who's in the mummy case?
Why, the Wolfman, of course. Go fish. Anyway, I opened it myself, but I don't have any wolfbane on me. It's McGonagall. Why don't you open it?
Oh, I do know such a thing, Mr. Woodknocker. If there's anything in there, I don't want to see. Oh.
Mrs. McGonagall.
Uno.
Gracious, good evening.
Blood. So, my intuition was correct.
My darling, you know I cannot live without you. I have to come.
A pretty story, but I do not believe you.
We will discuss this later. But first, you must introduce me, my dear.
If you insist. This is Mr. Woodknocker. And his son and daughter.
And these must be Mrs. Woodknocker.
Not on your wildest nightmare!
This is my husband, the Count.
Oh, the Count of Monte Cristo, I presume.
I know. I am Count Ariucard from Transylvania. My castle is in the Carpathian Mountains near the Borgo Pass.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it.
Oh? I am sorry.
Ha! I'm not. You ever heard of Cucamonga?
Oh, it's him, it's
me to introduce myself to this vision of loveliness.
Those be the eyes that be as blind as a bat.
I am Count Alucard from Transylvania. You remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
Oh, I am sorry. For a moment you reminded me of... Oh, it's quite ridiculous.
Ruth! We found her!
Well, put her on the chair. What happened? What? Hurry up.
She fainted!
It's contagious around here. Hands off my wife.
Henry, darling, look who has just arrived.
Why, Henry, you don't look pleased to see me. After all, you should remember that I have my darling kid on the task here. I am not far away.
Wake up. Ruth.
Julius?
If you're hugging me any tighter, I'd be behind you. Let go.
He came out of the darkness. He was growling, shuffling, and his eyes were flaming, his arms were stretched out.
Calm down. It was only Mrs. McGonagall sleepwalking again. Calm down.
Mr. Woodknocker, I've been here all the time.
Junior, Miriam, help your mother to her room.
But, Pa...
We'll talk about your man in the box later. Just go.
Man in the box! Where's the crystal? I could not find it!
Mr. Frank, no, one moment. Mrs. McGonagall? Mrs. McGonagall, you'd better hop along, too. Need to have a little chat with Dr. Frankenheimer alone.
Meyer! Frankie Meyer!
Now, Dr. Frankenmeyer, do I look like some kind of idiot to you? Don't answer that. I may look like an idiot, but I'm no dope. You advertise this place as a quiet, restful retreat. Ever since we've gone here, people are running around screaming. I am not a well man, Mr. Frankenheimer. I take blue pills, I take yellow pills, I take bitter pills. I take pills to remind me to take more pills. Then, of course, there's the horse pills, which reminds me, you just have one.
You can't take this.
I know that's my baseball. Huh. Wonder where the heck I was swinging at this morning. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is I'm an incurable insomniac, and don't you forget it! Quiet!
What has happened to me?
Henry, that man a lunatic or one of your new creations?
That man is an American. Igor, give me a drink.
No!
American. I've heard of these Americans. Perhaps we shall go to America one day. A fresh new country, fresh faces, new blood.
And beautiful women.
Oh, my darling, jealous Natasha.
But do I have to be jealous? A silly woman who screams at bats.
My darling, you know I love only you. You are the moon of my night. Without you, I am but a hollow shell, doomed to fly the night. A lovelorn monster.
Monster! I completely forgot about the monster! Probably out in the countryside, among the villagers.
Quickly, get the shackles! Oh, my friends, please help us find him. Fly over the countryside and look for him, and Igor and I will search the village and the brewery.
No! I will search the brewery.
My darling, watch out for that tree on the left.
Oh!
Crazy women flyers.
All I wanted was a bride.
with bolts sticking out of his neck go anywhere? Which way did he go?
That way.
That way? Oh, that way! Oh, no. It's going to take me at least 10 minutes to find him. Well, I guess nothing much is going to happen for 10 minutes. So, we might as well have an intermission. Now, for those of you who have gotten just a little too overstimulated, we've got 2 rooms back there. Ladies first and gentlemen second. And in those rooms, you'll find a bowl and a pitcher of water. Don't drink out of those bowls. You want something to drink? We got nice fizzy drinks and candies over that way. But you must walk this way. Walk around and come out there. And be back here in 10 minutes. Or you might be locked in the dungeon. Now, I have to go find Melvin. Oh, one more thing. Don't touch the box. You've got too many pets already. You don't need any more. Put her back. Shame on you, Melvin. Now, you are going to be punished for this. For 2 weeks, you may not drive the car. Hand over the keys. Now, apologize to her. Now, give her a treat. No! Which treat? She's too little for that. That's not yours. Now give it to her. Give it to her. You're being punished. Did your mommy and daddy ever tell you not to take candy from strange men? Put that back. You've had enough already. Got too much. Bad, Mom. Oh, come on. What are you doing now? You don't need to kiss her hand. Now, get to the lavatory. Where are you going? I said lavatory, not lavatory. Oh, all right. Make it fast. Nonsense.
Junior, here you are. Where have you been? You look a mess. father gets when he's awakened. He barely got to sleep when I was getting up this morning. Wonder that I got any sleep with all that racket today. Sounded like a steam locomotive was driving into Grand Central Station.
Mom, I've got to talk to Pop.
No, Junior. Come, talk to me. I've been alone all day. Miriam left with Mr. Talbot this morning, and I barely had a chance to say, how do you do? And she dragged him out the door, through the garden, and down the hillside. Dr. Frankenmeyer, I haven't seen him. Igor's been in and out with not so much as a, how do you do?
How do you do?
I had the most tasteless lunch, and Junior, have you had anything to eat?
I'm not hungry, Mom.
Well, you certainly have to go up and change for dinner. You look like you've been through a coal bin.
Mom, do you mind if I ask you something about what you saw last night?
Oh, I'm sure your father was right, but it was just my imagination, you know. The hall was so dark, and the breeze was blowing, and my candle blew out, and lightning flashed.
Was that this tall?
Yes. Yes, it was.
And about this wide?
Yes.
Was it greenish tint to his face? And just silver things sticking out of his neck?
Junior, you don't think?
I was just asking. I'm sure it was just your imagination.
Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Woodknocker. Good afternoon, Junior. You haven't seen the Count, have you?
I haven't seen anyone.
Oh, I couldn't sleep last night with all that racket. And I saw the Count pull a large box into his room. It's right across the hall from me. I've been knocking at his door, but he doesn't answer. Oh, you don't suppose something's happened to him, do you?
There's something strange about that town.
Oh, nonsense. I think he's charming.
I think he's a gigolo.
A what?
A gigolo. A man who's after women for their money.
I know what it is. You mean a gigolo, and how do you know what that is?
I read in the book.
Well, I think he's charming.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, what's happened?
Well, we had a problem with the boiler, but there's nothing to worry about. Has anyone seen Mr. Talbot?
Well, he's been out with my daughter all morning, but the clouds are getting quite threatening. I hope they come home soon.
Oh, Mr. Frankenmeyer, have you seen the Count? He's still a guest here, isn't he?
Yes, he is still a guest, unfortunately. But I believe he's probably asleep. He's kind of a night owl.
Sounds like Pop.
Oh, dear. The storm is here. I better get Julius to go find Miriam. It's getting so dark.
Oh, I'm sure she's all right. And I'm going to stroll in the garden.
How long have you lived here, Mr. Frankenmeyer?
Well, I inherited this castle from my grandfather. And well, you know someplace you need to be?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm a junior detective of America. Great neck chapter. We collect clues and evidence and write them down. Take time later and we're putting things together.
Who's in evidence?
You know, clues and evidence for solving mysteries, murders, and robberies. What's that knocking?
Knocking? I don't hear any knocking.
Are you all right, Mr. Frankenmeyer? You look nervous.
Not at all, little boy.
Well, I think I hear my mother calling. I better go.
Oh, yes, that's her. I can hear her. Hurry, run along.
Henry, what is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as you are going to be. You have me out all night searching for that creature of yours. I get home to my room exhausted. The sun
sun is already beginning to rise, and my box is not there. I searched frantically for my box, and that nincompoop Igor left it down here. I barely have time to get you my box, and then I open it. There's a man living in it. I barely had time to roll him out and get him myself before the sun came through the window. Oh, I have a splitting headache. And on top of it all, a broken nail.
I'm sorry, Natasha, but nothing seems to be going right. There's so much energy in my machine. When we returned this morning, it almost blew up. It's only a miracle that it hadn't. I've been working all day and all night trying to get it repaired, and that's how it's going with my crystal.
Crystal?
Yes, it's a very critical part of my brain transfer machine. Oh, I wish I had a recording of this. I'm tired of repeating this to everyone. Anyway, Talbot's gone with my crystal. Igor's acting strange. A little more strange than usual, if you can imagine. I can't seem to trust anyone anymore. You know, darling, if you want to help me tonight, I would do anything in the world to make it up to you. Anything. Please help me.
Anything?
Anything in the world.
When you put it that way, how can I refuse? What would you have me do?
Excellent, Natasha. Well, I'll get the crystal, and I'll give it to you, and you must get it on Mr. Woodknocker before 11 o'clock. My machine's building up energy again, and this time nothing will stop it. At 11 o'clock, it will automatically switch brains, because I've set the automatic control. If you don't have the crystal on Mr. Woodknocker before 11 o'clock, well, then your brain will be switched to the monsters. Think about that. A monster with a vampire's brain. We don't have much time. You must work quickly. So I'll get the crystal, give it to you, and you just snuggle out with Mr. Woodknocker and slip it in his pocket.
Oh, darling, I could do that.
Thank you, Natasha. Remember, I'll...
said, Madam, I'm terribly sorry, but some toast on your plate. If you drop it again, I shall simply drove the jam with it. Well, Mother was furious.
Ah, good evening, Mr. Talbot. Miss Woodknocker?
Hello, Mr. Frankenmeyer. Have you met the Countess Larry?
No, I don't believe so.
This is the Countess Dobrinsky. This is Mr. Talbot.
Charmed, I'm sure, Mr. Talbot. I have heard of you, but never did I think we would meet. Although I must say, you do look strangely familiar, as if we had already met.
I've heard of you too, Countess, and your illustrious husband.
Young people are so happy together. I remember what it was like to be young. Henry, darling, I shall be back before you are ready to proceed. I must take some exercise. Oh, the children of the night! What beautiful music they make!
I must speak to you, Mr. Talbot.
Yes. Miriam, I had a wonderful day, and I shall never forget it. Do you still have the herb necklace I gave you?
Yes, but it has such an odor.
But I told you, it is a special herb for warding off evil.
You Europeans are so superstitious.
Why insinuate for me?
Talbot!
Yes, now I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh no, you're having dinner tonight with my family. And then we're going dancing in the terrace of the moonlight. These men are all alike. Mention the word dancing and you fall to pieces. Now I'm going up to change and I'll expect to see you later.
Did you hear that? She expressed me to have dinner with her.
Don't worry about that. There's plenty of time before the moon rises. Now give me my crystal.
I don't have it.
What do you mean you don't have it?
I mean, I don't have the crystal anymore. I woke up this morning all battered and bruised, lying on the floor. I don't have the crystal anymore. I barely had time to look for it before Miriam and her mother came in.
You find that crystal, or I'll see you doomed.
Don't threaten me, Doctor. I'm controlling myself now in a couple...
You find that crystal, and I'll see you don't have to worry about it, Talbot. I was sleeping post and I'll knock you out cold tonight. And just to make sure, I'll lock you in the dungeon below. I'll do it every time it's necessary. But only if you find me my crystal. Now get to it. Time's running out.
Oh, Count, your stories are so thrilling. Please tell me more.
Gracious, good evening. Henry told me that we had more guests. You must introduce us, Henry.
This is Mr. Talbot, the Count Alucard. Mrs. McGonagall and her hat.
Mr. Talbot, I've heard of you, but never...
Never did I think we would meet.
How did you know?
I read your script.
I see. Well, I was just telling Mrs. McGonagall about my castle in Transylvania. We should all come for a visit one day. We would have such fun. The wonderful, rugged countryside. It is so exhilarating to go hunting. The wolves, with their fiery eyes glowing in the night. And I love to fly through the cloudless skies over the twinkling lights of the villages, nestled in the crags and valleys of the mountains.
Oh, you have an airplane? How? Really? I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
Perhaps I shall teach you one day. Come, Mrs. McGonagall. Let us watch the moon rise above the rugged mountain peaks. Such a wonderful sight to behold. It reminds me of the Baroque battlements of my castle.
Oh, Count, I'd love to see your broken battlements.
I can't go through with this.
We made a bargain, Talbot.
But to steal another man's brain? Your monster is made of dead men. That's hideous enough. But to steal another man's brain?
That is a mistake of the past, Talbot. Where the dead man's brain has too much deteriorated tissue, and with operating we damage too many cells. But a complete reassembly of the cells and tissue? Think about it. Perfect.
I can't. I didn't ask to be this way. It's a disease, a curse. I don't do this willfully. You are willfully doing evil.
Evil Schmieden. You think you're driven by a curse, Talbot? Or so am I! The curse of the unknown! The curse of my past preying on my future! Failure is my curse, and I will fail again! If your heart is so weak at the thought of sacrificing one man for the advancement of science...
Advancement of what science? Does it save people's lives? Does it make the world a better place?
I can't discuss this with you any further. If you won't help me put the crystal on Mr. Woodknocker, then I'll do it myself if I have to, but it's gonna be done tonight. You just better help me find my crystal, or it'll be too late to do anything about your little problem. Now get to it.
Master! Master! The machine! It's overheating! All the dials are spinning!
Igor, you touched something!
No!
Oh, Igor, why did you so do to me? I'm gonna go mad. Find my crystal! Time's running out. Get away from me, you idiot! Help Tom find my crystal!
He is getting very mean lately. It is not nice to treat people the way he treats me. I think it is time for me to find a new master. Say, how about you?
No, thank you. I have enough trouble looking after myself as it is. May I remind you that it was your phone that got the crystal locked in the first place? You went your drunk drinks.
I don't think I like you any more than I like him. With all I know, I'll have a fine tale to tell certain young ladies.
Silence, you fool! Don't you dare breathe a word about this to anyone, or it will be your last breath.
No.
Help me find the crystal.
If I do find it, I won't give it to you.
Looking for something?
None of your business.
We'll see about that, Mr. Igor. That was the man in the box last night. He's the wolf man, and he's been with Miriam all day.
Huh. Doesn't look too wolfish to me. Now, my son here tells me that you've been after my daughter.
You must be Mr. Woodknocker.
Well, last time I checked.
How do you do?
Everyone I can, thank you. Man, when will this boat stop rocking? Might as well be a drinking man. Wake up every morning with a hangover anyway. Where's the nearest porthole?
Tastes like chicken. Now, let's get down to cases. What are your designs on my daughter?
Well, I like your daughter very much, Mr. Woodknocker.
Aha! A wild sheep in wolf's clothing.
Hey, you better get busy, or the doctor won't like it.
Another country heard from. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Carried your bags.
I doubt it. I never forget a face. So in your case, I wish I could make the exception. Anyway, you'd better go. I hear they're going to tear you down from an office building right where you're standing. That's progress for you. But anyway, you should leave in a taxi. You can't leave in a taxi? You can leave in a huff. That's too soon for you? You can leave in a minute. And then leave in a huff. I'll give you a bum's rush, but put egg in your shoe and beat it. Scramble. Amstray. Save us from your nincome poopery. Now, Mr.
Talbot, the one in the middle.
Right. Mr. Talbot, my son here is on our neck of the woods as Snoop's Woodknocker, junior detective. He thinks there's something funny going on around here, which is more than I can say.
Now, Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here?
Let me ask a question here, sport. Now, Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here?
I do.
Like a trooper.
Well?
Well, it
A
also...
likely story? Let me guess. You're looking for something you lost last night while you were unconscious.
How did you know?
Is this more than a bread box?
Mr. Woodknocker.
Is it small enough to fit into the vase on the mantelpiece? Mantelpiece.
Pop!
Well, that's where you put it, isn't it?
What'd you tell him for?
How did you know it was here?
Well, let's face it. While you were last night, we were talking to Dr. Frankenheimer, or Frankenstein, or Frankenberger. Must have been some sort of a convention. Anyway, while you're taking a snooze in yon box, Snoop's here pinched the bobble.
So, you know everything.
Well, I know Snoop's side of the boondoggle. What's yours?
Does it really matter?
Why, of course it does. Every public nuisance has the right to a defense. Huh.
What can I tell you that your son hasn't already told you?
Well, who says I believe him? Oh, he's a good lad, and he always tells the truth. Huh. As far as he sees it.
Don't worry, Pop. I got it all down in my notes. He says the doctor, you must carry or kill me. Then the doctor's
I'll tell my own story. Thank you. And then, Mr. Woodknocker, I'll walk out that door and you'll never have to see me again. But you mustn't tell Miriam. I don't want her to know. Tell her my kneecaps are all backwards. I can't play tennis. It would never work out.
I'll be the judge of that.
You may not know me by my real name, Sir Lawrence Talbot III, but you have heard of the Wolf Man. I am the Wolf Man.
I told you, Pop!
The real wolfman, eh? You know, I've heard of you, but never did I think we would meet. You've been reading my script, haven't you? At least one of us has.
I never asked to be the Wolf Man. I've searched for years for a cure, or just some peace of mind. I came to Dr. Frankenstein to see if he could help.
I told you, Pop!
He said he would help me if I helped him with his experiment. His experiment turned out to be a plot to steal your brain for his monster. Using a machine and this crystal, he plans to switch your brain with the monster his grandfather created.
Huh.
I'm ashamed to say I agree, but only in the beginning. I want nothing to do with it now.
Well, that's an interesting tale you have there, Mr. Talbot. Seems to confirm Snoop's side of things.
What are you going to do now, Pop?
You never kick a man while he's down, son. Only when he's not looking.
Here's the crystal.
Oh, I don't want it. Give it back to Dr. Frankenstein.
But he will slip it to you when you least expect it.
Let him try. It'll be a sorry day when I can't bamboozle the likes of him.
But your nerves!
Oh, my nerves will take care of themselves. Now, let's get down to brass knuckles. We need to find a way to foul up all the machinery around here.
We don't have much time. I heard Dr. Frankenstein telling Igor that it's all supper tonight.
Tonight, huh? Well, then, Snoops, we can head down to those secret passages of yourn and see if you throw a little wrench into the works.
I'll try, Pop.
Good job, son. Now remember, Lady could die but put everything she had on a horse. We're putting everything we have on you.
Don't worry, Pop. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Good going.
Ow! My hand!
We're in trouble. Anyway, is there anyone else that knows about this?
Igor, of course, and me. I don't know about anybody else.
How about Count Alucard and the Countess?
Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards. I heard that they are very jealous and they're always flirting in front of each other.
I thought the Countess seemed rather friendly, but naturally I should have told my rugged good looks and charm.
You must be joking.
Is there any chance they could be involved in any of this?
I don't know. If the doctor got desperate, he'd use anyone. He and the Countess were talking when Miriam and I came in.
Well, knowing human nature the way I do, I'd say that the Count wouldn't try to do it himself, and neither would Frankenstein, which only leaves the Countess, which brings us to one possible conclusion. I'm gonna have myself a lot of fun tonight. Try slipping it to me.
Juliet, I've been looking all over for you. You need to dress for dinner.
I am dressed.
You can't eat like that, dear.
Well, why not?
Juliet, you bought 2 new suits in Paris. I was hoping that you'd wear one of them tonight.
I bought those monkey suits because they were cheap, and they fit okay. I didn't expect to actually have to wear the thing. You don't have to. Why should I?
All I ask is that you dress halfway decently for dinner and not look like something the cat dragged in.
But it has to be an awfully big cat.
Would it be so hard for you to try to please me once in a while? Please, don't embarrass me like you did on the boat. Very well, dear. Do whatever you please. I'll be upstairs. Where is Junior? He's run off again.
Oh, Junior, he's running an errand for me.
Oh.
Huh. You know, that's the first fight she's given up on in years.
Well, she's trying very hard not to argue, Father.
Well, what'd she do a thing like that for? What's life like without a little discussion now and then? Goodbye, Talbot. I'll see you where I see you. What's the matter? Never see a Julius Caesar before? I cracked myself up.
I never realized how much they argue until we came on this trip. Mother just doesn't realize that giving Father the ultimatum will get her nowhere. On the ship, Father refused to wear tuxedos when we were invited to dine at the captain's table. So Mother told him, well, what's the matter? You liked all my other stories.
Nothing.
Well, relax. Don't look so gloomy. You're not finished, right? You had a nice day, didn't you?
Yes.
Good, because it's a wonderful evening and we are going to have a wonderful time.
Miriam, I have to go.
Go.
I really can't stay.
Excuse me, Miss Woodknocker. I must speak with Mr. Talbot. No time to be talking. Where's my crystal? Here. Now go to the devil. Don't be Mr. Goody-Goody around me, Talbot. Has the Countess returned?
The Countess. So that's who you're going to use. I figured as much.
Don't bother yourself about it. Looks of you, you have your own little problems. You better hurry. I'll send Igor for the sedative. It's gonna have to be injected, so I'll see you in the morning.
What was that all about?
Nothing. Nothing. Do you still have the wolf thing? I mean the other necklace I gave you.
Silly as it is, yes, I have it right here.
Good. Now keep it on. And no matter what happens tonight, we did have a wonderful day together.
You're acting so strangely this evening. Come here, come and look at the mountain. Oh, look, the moon is coming up.
I can't explain everything to you. You wouldn't understand.
Well, we'd rather go find him.
No, you must not. He gets quite dangerous when he gets like this.
Well, I'm going to find him, even if you
No,
won't.
But Natasha, darling, he was quite innocent. You did not have to swoop down on us like the rebels.
Stay away from me, you flea-bitten cockalover, or I'll scratch your eyes out!
But Natasha...
Natasha!
Do not interrupt me while I am arguing. The first chance he gets in his own is a stealing woman!
Oh, look at this poor creature you frightened to death.
Natasha, I must speak to you. Here's a pistol. We must get on Mr. Woodknocker immediately. It's almost...
I am no longer interested in your little games, Henry. Do your own dirty work.
But Natasha... You can't be mad at Blood. It wasn't Blood's fault. Mrs. McGonagall was to blame. Her and her big hat. She was the one flirting with Blood and throwing herself at him. Blood, he was being Blood. He was being polite and he's just being nice. He's so bad.
I do not believe you.
But it's true.
Yes, it is true. I am but an innocent bystander.
Oh, can't wear the things you say. Innocent? Huh. Very well, Henry. I will take the crystal.
Thank you, Natasha. And remember, I'll do anything in the world to make it up to you. We haven't much time.
Leave it to me.
Of course. I must recheck the instruments. Can't be too careful.
What is going on between you two, my darling?
Nothing, my sweet. Henry is just doing some sort of an experiment, and he gave me this crystal to hold for safekeeping.
He seems quite anxious. It must be very important.
I have not the faintest idea about it before, but he did say it was important. My darling, I will let you take care of it. You know how I lose it.
She looks like a diamond.
Yes, it does. Keep it close to your heart, and do not lose it.
Just as I hold you close to my heart. Oh, Natasha, darling, can you ever forgive me for the past?
After tonight, there will be nothing to forgive, my sweet blood, Pepe, Dracula.
My darling, beautiful Natasha, I'm at your feet.
Let's get through with her feet. You can start on mine.
Natasha, darling. Leave this stuff shirt and fly away with me. Love you.
Mr. Woodknocker, I hardly know what to say.
I wouldn't know what to say in your shoes either. Except perhaps ouch. Perhaps you could suggest something. In fact, to me, you do suggest something. To me, you suggest a baboon.
What?
I'm sorry, that wasn't fair. To the other baboons.
You are making me angry. I'm a man of few words.
I'm a man of fun, bud. Scram.
Come, Natasha, let us find a place where we can be alone.
No.
You heard, my good man? Now, don't look now. There's one guy to me in this room, and I think you're it. Now, Natasha. It's the same old story, is it not? Boy meets girl, Romeo and Juliet, Barnes and Noble. Whoa! Don't point that nose at me. It might go off. Point. If you strike me down, I'll become more annoying than you can possibly imagine. Boom, 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 boom. Alone at last. I can sit on your lap all day, as long as, of course, you didn't stand up. Your eyes, they remind me of the brilliant lights of the Las Vegas Strip. That's my reflection on your eyes, the reflection on the strip. Now, tell me you love me. No, we should totally run away together. I have a bungalow in the hills. You could be on the inside, I could be on the outside trying to get in. Maybe I'm on the inside trying to get out. Maybe I could be inside down, you could be upside
Oh, don't hear from me by Friday. They're the holding off. Now, Natasha, will you marry me?
Mr. Woodknocker, that would be big of me.
Why, that'd be big of me, too. That'd be big of all of us now.
Well, I've never heard such a thing. I'm going to tell Mrs. Woodknocker everything I heard. I knew you were a cad all along.
Huh. I always saw myself as more of a Mercedes.
What a strange woman.
Believe me, my darling Natasha, you don't know the half. Now that we're finally alone. Whoa!
Oh, I didn't know you were there.
Where did he come from?
The fireplace, of course. I do wish he'd go back. Now, Natasha, I must meet you later in the garden. I can see it now. You and the full moon. You wear bow ties, I know which is which. Now remember, Natasha, my darling, while the moon is circling around the clouds, I shall be circling around you. Did he do it? Is the machine destroyed?
I can't get close to it. Dr. Frankenstein keeps on running around, fiddling with the dials.
Well, how about the crystal? Does he still have it, or?
I heard he gave it to Natasha.
Well, she hasn't sent it to me yet. Heaven knows, I've given her every opportunity. Oh. What do we do now? What do we do now? All right, listen to me, Junior. You need to go back down to that secret passage. See if you can find an opening that you can destroy the machine. Meanwhile, I'll try to get Dr. Frankenstein up here, okay? All right, now move along.
I don't believe a word of Mrs. McGonagall.
Hurry!
My husband may be, I believe him, but he's not unfaithful.
Oh, but I heard him and I saw him.
But are you sure? You said yourself you were coming out of a faint.
Well, if you don't want to take my word for it, I shall leave. In fact, I'm going out and pack my bags. I've been frightened by bats and chased by heaven knows what. And for all intents have been called a liar. I'm going to visit the Count's castle. He promised to show me his broken battlements.
Some mess of a vacation this has turned out to be. Now, it looks like I'm deserted by everyone now.
Excuse me, I did not realize this room was occupied.
Not crowded. Oh, come in.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Alucard from Transylvania. You remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
How do you do? Count, I'm so enchanted to meet you.
No, it is I whom enchanted to meet you. You have such a lovely neck, like a sun.
My Count.
You shine like the moon of my nights, rising above the rugged mountains of my beautiful country.
You shouldn't say such things. I hardly know you.
Such evenings were made for getting acquainted.
Count, I am a married woman. I do not appreciate such advances.
Forgive me, dear lady, I make no offense. I am but a lonely traveler of the night. You have reminded me of the beautiful women of my country. Forgive me for my rashness. I am at your feet.
And this is where I come in!
Julius, what are you doing back there?
Getting an earful. Don't worry, my dear, I shall save you from this masher.
You cross me for the last time, Mr. Woodchuck. I shall destroy you.
Don't be so melodramatic.
You'll have to catch me first.
You think I fear you? You orange Julius?
Come and get it, Count. Whoa! Yeah! What are you?
This poor man.
There comes a time in every man's life when he must defend what he believes in. Be it patriotism, America, his mom, or apple pie. Well, not necessarily
Oh, you horrible man.
What is going on in here? Oh, why, we're having a party. Tell me, my dear Frankenstein, or Frankenmeyer, do you know how to tasso? No? How about the rumba? Yes. Well then, take a rumba between 1 and 10.
Get away from me, Colin!
Julius, darling.
Oh.
Hush, I have been waiting for you.
What does she mean? Julius, darling.
I told you there's something hanky-panky going on.
She doesn't mean anything, my dear. She was just overwhelmed by my buggy good looks and charm.
Tasha, is he at the crystal?
You mean face?
How did you get it?
Now I've got it!
Crazy. I don't know what's going on around here. It's like a circus. And I haven't got the faintest idea what is happening.
Wait! What are we doing? We want him to have the crystal.
Thought you could steal my brain, did you? Well, the Frank is up, Chickenstein!
Steal your brain?
That's right, Batman. Whoever's holding this crystal at 11 o'clock has their brain switched with his monster.
But Natasha, you gave that crystal to me.
Darling, it's only a joke.
Don't worry about it, Count. You can have it back.
Thank you.
I don't want it. I don't want it either. Careful! Master! Master!
The machine! It's going to explode! Touch anything!
Wait, what's that? Where's
What's
the
happening? Oh, no!
Ruth! Ruth, where are you?
Igor! We're here! What? Terrible!
I married your mother so I could have children. Imagine my disappointment when you showed up.
That's my fault.
Go help your sister. Now, come on, Ruth. Are you okay?
Julius.
Natasha, darling, I think I've had enough vacation in this quiet, restful retreat. Come, let us leave these crazy people and return to the simple life of Transylvania.
Yes, my sweet. Can you ever forgive me for my foolish thoughts? I belong only to you.
Of course, my dear. And I promise never to look at another woman again.
Then, goodbye, Henry. But there's Henry.
Probably fiddling with his monsters. He will never give up.
Well, goodbye, Julius Makaran family.
Goodbye. Miriam. Miriam.
Look, Talbot is no longer the postman and the moon is still in the sky. Oh, Larry, I'm so worried about you. What happened?
The energy from the machine. It must have changed me. Miriam, will you marry me?
Yeah, it was all right with my father.
Well, of course it is. As long as he goes to the vet regularly and wears a fleece collar.
Young love, come, let us fly through the night as we used to.
Watch out for the tree! Oh! On the left.
Ooh!
And after all the things he said to me,
Oh, Mrs. McGonagall. You're a woman who's got nothing but dirty brakes. Well, we're going to clean and tighten up those brakes. We'll have to keep you in the garage overnight.
Oh, Julius, be nice. She's been through enough tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll try to be nice to you, Mrs. McGonagall, though I have no idea how. Anyway, Ruth, was the vacation exciting enough for you?
It was more than exciting. Not quite the restful retreat that I thought.
Thanks. Well, I'm sure now that after many years of living with me, I'm sure you'll stop trying to change me. And not you. You hear that, Miriam?
Yes, dear.
Miriam.
Make sure that you don't try to change him now, because he won't change later.
Good thing he's already changed.
Very true. Now remember, Ruth, I'm a revolutionary, a warrior against the status quo. Whether there's boredom, whether there's peace, or there's tranquility, I'll be there to make sure things get a little bit more lightened up. Anyway, everyone, grab your bags. We're leaving. We'll go lodge with my fleas in the hills. Lead to my lodge in the hills. Everyone, let's go. You too, Mrs. McGonagall. You can come along. Albert, keep your paws off my daughter.
It's wonderful to see me again, even if the doctor's experiment didn't work. Speaking of the doctor, Igor, have you seen him?
No. Last time I saw him, he was saying something about his machine.
Oh well, we'll see him later. Now, let's take that walk in the mud. Just kidding.
Nobody ever asked me to walk in the moonlight.
Igor, come down here and get me out of these chains. What do you mean chaining me in the dungeon? Igor, come down here. Must I do everything myself?
Master! Master! You've changed your mind!
I was working in the lab late one night when
graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the monster mash. And it's a graveyard smash. It's caught on in a flash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drac's a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you. Then you can monster mash and do my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can monster mash. Mash! Ooh! Easy, Igor, you impetuous young boy. Mash! My monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash.